Hey guys, here's an 18-inch Hampton Bay oscillating pedestal fan from 2001. It is in its as-found condition, so this is of course the before restoration video. Now this being at Hampton Bay was sold at the Home Depot in the early 2000s, and it was made by SMC. And they also had a few different models. I have the 12-inch version, the desktop oscillating fan, and it also shares the same old plastic ring that goes around the grill, which I'm personally really not a fan of. It's kind of finicky to work with. They break and they turn yellow and all that, so not a big fan of it. Some people have argued that it does look a little bit cleaner in some sense, but I don't know. I'd take a metal riveted clip around the circumference of the grill any day over this plastic ring. So anyways, like I said, this is an 18-inch fan. It's a pretty large and tall fan too. Currently it's at its maximum height, and I would say this fan stands at around maybe just under 5 feet tall. And funny little story, when I was in elementary school, my number one childhood fan was also an 18-inch pedestal fan made by SMC, but it was a mesh-grilled Super. And back then I was much smaller. I was probably like this tall. And I remember staring up at the fan. They were all extended. My school had a bunch of these all around the school, and I used to just come up to them and, wow, I was like, look at that tall fan. Maybe someday I'll be just as tall as the fan. So looking back at it, it's kind of funny. Maybe someday I'll find one of those Supers. But anyways, I digress. So this fan is in pretty good shape. It's a little dusty from sitting around, but really, considering its age, it looks like it was taken care of pretty well. So let's take a closer look at this thing. So of course, this being an SMC fan, it has the usual gray and white color scheme. I've always liked the way they designed that Hampton Bay logo with a lighthouse and the sweeping text. And of course we have those large 18-inch plastic blades. And they have pretty good pitch too. I mean, look at that. The plastic ring kind of gets in the way, but I'm sure you can still get an idea of what that looks like. And also, look how clean these blades are. It looks like this fan spent most of its life just sitting around because there's really not a whole lot of buildup on the leading edge or on the surface of the blades. Not even really in the motor housing either. And it doesn't really look like this fan was taken apart either. There are some cobwebs and stuff. So this fan's definitely been sitting around. Here we have the controls, 3 speeds, push button controls, extension pole. There's some tarnishing and rust, but nothing severe. And some dust, but like I said, good shape. And of course, here's the information sticker. Stand fan, model SP18. Shell Electric Manufacturing, and it was made in May of 2001. And it does have a grounded cord. Okay, well, since we're on the topic of SMC fans, I wanted to bring up something that I just noticed right now. I did a little side research, and it's regarding the recall that happened in 2004. SMC issued a recall for certain variants of their pedestal fans because they were fire hazards. Now, I've got the article pulled up here, and it says, the recall includes 18-inch pedestal floor fans with model number SR18 or SP18. Now this fan right here is an SP18. Now it doesn't explicitly say if the Hampton Bay versions were recalled or anything in Canada was recalled, but I imagine that even if they just said SMC fans, the guts of the fans are more or less the same across all of their 18-inch fans. So, I don't know, that's kind of concerning, especially because the model number matches up. I will probably take some safety precautions when I take the fan apart and add some protections to the head wire in efforts to reduce the chances of this potentially going up in flames. I'm not sure if this was affected or not, but because this was built before the recall, I imagine it's got something to do with it. So, I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling this was technically a recalled fan, so I'll have to be extra careful when I use it, especially on oscillation, that's for sure. But anyways, let's give this thing a test run. We'll start it up on low speed. Now these SMC fans are powerful and quiet. This is only on low, but it's already whipping the air around the room. Even the Hunter original that's hanging from the ceiling up here, the blades are starting to rotate a little bit. Granted, this isn't a very large room, but still pretty impressive considering it's only on low speed. I'll bump it up to medium. It's got a decent separation from low. Oh yeah, that's got some good power to it. Yeah, it's running good. Alright, I guess we can just bump it up to high now. Full power. Yeah, that's impressive. SMC did make really good fans back then. It's unfortunate that the recall happened. I think that really killed them, the manufacturing in North America. And we'll turn on the oscillation. Yeah, it's working good. It's got a little bit of a rattle to it. I'm not sure what that is. That may be the spinner nut being a little bit loose. Yeah, it's kind of ongoing rattle. Shut it off and let it coast down. I don't know, the whole recall thing on this fan is still kind of puzzling me. Because these fans were extremely popular in the 2000s, so I imagine if there were enough of these that went up in flames, there would have been a specific recall for the Hampton Bay version as well. Or maybe up here in Canada too. I don't know, maybe I'll have to do some more digging on the internet. Well, there it is, guys, and that is the 2001 Hampton Bay 18-inch pedestal fan. Pretty cool fan, kind of scary. This is the Phoenix fan, I guess you could say. Anyways, we'll get this thing cleaned up when I have time, and I'll make another video on it, as I always do. So that's going to be it for this one, so thanks for watching, guys, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.